for a year, they've been saying Florida, Texas, these states are the worst. They're opening up more, you know, they're conservative, they're run by Republicans, and they're not locking down as much as New York, New Jersey, California. So it's really, 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 really bad there, folks. And it's really not been true. And I've been studying the data. And most importantly, in my perspective, and in a lot of people's perspective, is deaths per capita. So with the vaccine rollout, they're telling you, you don't believe, hold on, folks. Listen, I print out stuff now just so they can't say, oh, well, where are you getting that? So I show you exactly where I got it. Ready? This is Forbes right here. I know it's hard for you guys to see, but this is Forbes. You could look it up yourself. It says the fully vaccinated can transmit Delta variant just as easily. So if you got the vaccine, you can transmit Delta variant just as easily, says Forbes. And what's interesting about that is they're telling you the vaccine, well, you can still transmit it. You can still get it. But they're telling you it protects you more against severe illness and death. That's what they're telling you. So I would say counting cases is not that efficient, yet they want to do that for the rest of our lives. But we should really be looking at, and this is something that maybe me and these people can agree on, we should be counting deaths per capita, not how many cases you have, but how many people are dying per the area, you know, based on population size, scaling it so certain populated cities aren't at a disadvantage, et cetera. So that's what we're going to look at, deaths per capita. Real quick, thank you guys so much for being here. This is the meme real quick. I'm going to show you guys one more time, then we're going to start. It says Ron DeSantis, Dr. Fauci, Occupy Democrats said, you know, DeSantis is killing people. They're trying to push this narrative that he's killing people, and Dr. Fauci saving the world. So right here's the data for deaths per capita. I scaled it. I'm going to go in order. The first state with the most deaths per capita, which means deaths per, you know, COVID deaths per population size scaled. So populated areas aren't at a disadvantage. New Jersey's number 1. New York is number 2. Massachusetts is number 3. In order to find Florida in deaths per capita, you could go to worldometers.info. They have the data. You can just search Google COVID deaths, United States. They have the mainstream data. It's all the same. They're all counting it. You have to scroll all the way down to 26. So out of 50 states, Florida is number 26. New Jersey's worse, New York is worse, Massachusetts worse, Rhode Island's worse, Mississippi's worse, Arizona, Louisiana, Alabama, Connecticut, South Dakota, Pennsylvania, Michigan, New Mexico, Indiana, Arkansas, Georgia, Illinois, North Dakota, Iowa, Nevada, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Delaware, Tennessee, even Texas is doing worse slightly. I mean, it's at that point, it's not really that severe, but Florida's not even top 25. They're actually in the bottom half of states doing well in deaths per capita. How come you never hear anything about New Jersey and the deaths per capita? Because they don't care, because the Democrats running it. How come you don't hear about beloved Cuomo? They don't talk about the nursing home scandal. They only talk about the sexual allegations. How come they don't say that New York in deaths per capita, as of the last data, is doing worse than Florida? They have 2,792 deaths per million population. Florida has 1,848. So this narrative that they're trying to push all over the place that, you know, the Grim Reaper, Ron DeSantis, is killing people is just so provably false. It's been false the entire time. It was false last year. I made several videos about it. They fact-checked me in a stupid article, and they made up bullshit, even though I told the truth with the data. So this idea that Ron DeSantis is killing all these people in Florida, it's not only not true now, it's never been true. But they just won't stop saying that. And this is, like I said, don't listen to me. Don't listen to my channel. Go to anywhere that you find the data. Just Google it. You can go to 5-10 different websites. Make sure you put it by deaths per capita, because that's what matters, not total cases or, oh my God, India. Oh my God, India. There's all these cases. I'm going to go real quick. I have it on my computer, worldometers.info. Let's look where India is, because they fear-mongered about that because there's so many people in India. I believe there's like over 1 billion people in India. If you scale by deaths per 1 million population, which is, I think, the most important, deaths per capita, not just cases, you have to scroll down pretty far to even find India. They're still not even in the top 100. And you could do all this yourself, folks. They're number 114. So out of all the countries in the world that are giving their data, India's not even in the top 100, not even in the top 100 worst countries in deaths per capita, because they're counting cases in a place where there's a lot of people. But you need to look at, if you want to do these death memes, ooh, Ron DeSantis is killing people, you have to look at deaths per capita per population size. And Florida's not even in the top 25 worst states. They can't stop lying. What's the irony about this? Let's see if anybody knows. We'll point to it. So they got DeSantis with the hammer and sickle, and they got Dr. Fauci. If you reverse them, I have what Fauci actually means in Italian. This is very, very interesting. This is a Wikipedia. I mean, you just search Fauci. What does the name Fauci mean? This is from Ancestry.com. It says Southern Italian, occupational name for sickle maker or someone who used a sickle, from Sicilian Fauci sickle. If you look up on Wikipedia, the surname Fauci, it says Fauci is an Italian surname. It is derived from the Sicilian word sickle. And it originated as an occupational surname referring to it. So literally, Fauci literally means sickle. So they're trying to say Ron DeSantis is killing people. He's not even in the top 25 worst states when it comes to death per capita. And that's what they're talking about, deaths. And Fauci literally means sickle. You can't make this crap up. Go to one of the data websites and look it up for yourself. Okay.
Be independent. I like my amendments. I don't want to bend it. I don't want to sentence. I am on a vengeance. I will not regret it. I am not defenseless. All my friends protected. Yeah. We let the enemy get too friendly. Now we quarantine like Julian inside the embassy. Pray, 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 pray.